In the narrow, noisy streets of Tondo, Manila, where the smell of street food mixed with dust and engine smoke, lived a young man named Ramon de la Cruz. His life was a daily battle against poverty, responsibility, and disappointment. He lived in a small wooden shack beside an old cement well, a structure cracked by time but still used by a few neighbors who couldn't afford clean tap water. Ramon often sat on the rim of this well whenever life felt too heavy to carry. It became his thinking place, his silent witness, his quiet judge. Ramon worked as a part-time helper at a local hardware store. His wages were barely enough to feed his mother and younger sister. Every day he woke up before sunrise, not because he wanted to, but because survival demanded it. His shoes were torn, his shirt faded, and his face carried the kind of exhaustion only poverty could carve into a person. But despite all this, Ramon wanted something more, something bigger than his circumstances. One afternoon, after a long day of carrying cement bags and unloading trucks, Ramon returned home frustrated. His boss had scolded him for something he didn't even do, his salary was delayed again, and he had nothing but rice and salt left in the kitchen. He dropped heavily beside the cement well, letting out a long breath. His hands trembled, not from fear, but from the rage of feeling trapped. He clenched his fists tightly, angry at life, angry at fate, angry at himself. That moment, something unexpected happened. A neighbor's cow, thin and tired-looking, wandered toward him. It nudged his arm gently, almost as if sensing his pain. At first, Ramon pushed it away, annoyed. But the cow returned, pressing its head against him like it was giving comfort. He stared at the animal, confused but strangely touched. The cow then walked to the cement well and drank from the dirty water inside without hesitation. That simple act hit Ramon harder than any life lesson he had ever heard. The cow didn't complain about the water. It didn't cry about life. It didn't wait for someone to rescue it. It simply accepted what it had in the moment, but it moved, it searched, it acted, it survived. Ramon whispered to himself, "Why am I waiting? Why am I acting like I have no choices?" His heart pounded as the truth hit him. For years he had been doing only one thing, accepting his situation. Accepting low pay. Accepting disrespect. Accepting hunger. Accepting sadness. Accepting a life he never chose. And the worst part, he convinced himself he had no power to change it. But the cow's simple instinct made him think differently. Even the old cement well, cracked and damaged, still gave water to whoever needed it. It was broken, yet still useful. And if something broken could still serve a purpose, then maybe he, too, had more value than he realized. That night, for the first time in months, Ramon didn't sit quietly. He didn't surrender to sadness. Instead, he grabbed a piece of paper and wrote two headings. Accept and change. Under, accept, he wrote, "I cannot change that my family is poor. I cannot change that life is unfair. I cannot change my past. I cannot change how others treat me. But under, change," he wrote, "I can change my skills. I can change my job. I can change my attitude. I can change my future." The second list gave him hope, a spark he hadn't felt in years. The very next day, Ramon decided to stop waiting for a miracle. After work, instead of going straight home, he stayed at the hardware store to observe how repairs were done. He asked the mechanics questions. He watched electricians work. He took notes. He learned. Some people laughed at him, but he ignored them. Soon he began repairing small things for neighbors, broken chairs, loose wires, damaged doors. At first, he earned only a few pesos. But with every job he completed, more people started trusting him. His confidence grew. His hands moved faster. His skills sharpened. Months passed, and Ramon saved enough money to buy his own tools. He opened a tiny repair stall near the main street, painted with the words, "Raymond's Fix-It Corner." People lined up every day, students needing bike repairs, mothers with broken appliances, tricycle drivers with engine problems. His income doubled, then tripled. One day, his old boss passed by, shocked to see Ramon running his own business. Something inside Ramon felt warm, not arrogance, but fulfillment. The kind you feel when you finally choose action over fear. The turning point of his life came when a local construction company hired him for a big project after noticing his work quality. That job paid more in a week than his hardware salary paid in 2 months. His family finally had enough food, proper clothes, and hope. For the first time, Ramon didn't feel like a prisoner of poverty. He felt like a fighter. One evening, months after his success, Ramon walked home and stopped beside the cement well. The cow was there again, peacefully grazing. He smiled. The well was still cracked, the cow still thin, but both were surviving in their own way. He touched the cement well and whispered, "Thank you, you reminded me where I started." Because of that moment, Ramon learned the most powerful life lesson. If your situation brings you peace, accept it. If it brings you pain, change it. Life doesn't improve by waiting, it improves when you move. Ramon was no longer just a poor boy from Tondo. He became a symbol of what happens when a person refuses to stay broken.